The conventional way of teaching in the century may outmode the preference of present learners. The teacher providing the information while taking the center stage may not hold students' attention for a longer time. This still works, however, but with the appropriate use of the right technology tool or application, a lesson becomes engaging. The roles that learners play in this millennium are no longer limited to being a receiver of information. They desire to be actively involved in the retrieval of information, repackaging them, and using them to create something unconceivable before.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Is everyone present today?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So without further ado, let's start our lesson. The learning plays can also evolve, especially when you consider the varied rules that learners play. They can learn and perform the task in any physical or virtual location. There is also the element of flexibility, since learners can tackle assigned tasks at preferred times or manner of doing them. However, certain agreed rules have to be established to provide the right amount of guidance without curtailing their ingenuity. Technology-enhanced learning is any technology that enhances the learning experience. The term can be used to describe both analog and digital technologies. But more recently, we see that digital TEL is taking over education in the form of different types of educational software. Can someone read what is written on a board?
Yes, ma'am. Learners can become contributors, creators, communicators, and collaborators.
Okay, so first, learners as contributors. Learners can upload materials such as a video or an audio, post a message, submit an output in a Dropbox, or add documents and ebooks, and add a picture or contribute to a digital world using a pop-up. The definition of a contribution is something that you give or something that you do that helps in achieving an end result. An example of a contribution is when you donate $10 to a charity. And if when you come up with a great idea that helps to create a cool finished product. Second, learners as creators. Is anyone has an idea about this? Yes, Rilyn?
Students, ma'am, can collate a digital portfolio, or commonly known as an e-portfolio, or create a virtual poster or an interactive resource. They can produce a digital story, edit the entries, and share. Learning is more than listening and writing down correct answers in a worksheet or test, ma'am. Learning is when students take concepts and turn them this way and that, look at them from all angles, and remix them with the concepts already discovered, and then create something new as they construct new knowledge for themselves. Students need to be more than consumers. They need to be creators. They also need the opportunity to share their creations with a larger audience, which allows their creations to be more meaningful and authentic. There are so many platforms today, ma'am, or awesome edtech tools that students may use. For example, Book Creator for Chrome, Powtoon, and etc.
Very good. The next one is learners as communicators. Using technology tools, students can chat with peers, post a reply in a blog, and contribute a comment to let thread flow. Creating a wiki, editing and adding to it gives the students the chance to communicate their thoughts. Using the chat room or a web conference via Skype create a new dynamic to what a learning place is. Students will develop knowledge, skills, and judgment around human communication that facilitate their ability to work collaboratively with others. Examples: if children are engaged in playing with words and sounds, talks explicitly about concepts such as rhyme, letters, and sounds when sharing text with children. Lastly, students as collaborators. Capstone projects can be outputs of collaboration. Students can participate in posting ideas in a forum where there can be asynchronous discussion. Using wikis to participate in a group work with the aim to accomplish a task or comment on blogs are a few ways in performing the role of a collaborator in a new idea of a learning place. Collaborative learning is an umbrella term for a variety of educational approaches involving joint intellectual effort by students or students and teachers together. Usually, students are working in groups of 2 or more, mutually searching for understanding, solutions, or meaning, or creating a product. Now, as a future educator, how do you integrate a technological tool in teaching the lesson?
There are many great ideas in how to integrate a technological tool or an application in teaching the lesson, ma'am. Identifying the possible role that students need to be can guide them to choose the appropriate way of using the right tool. The bottom line is for you to integrate technology because learners become engaged and they learn better. Hence, a well-integrated phase of technology is critical. One common tool is a mobile device, ma'am. It is a computing gadget such as a smartphone or a tablet computer that can be handheld and carried along by the user. If this tool is available, ma'am, a creative teacher can strategize the meaningful use of mobile as a way of engaging the learner. Tools must be used as fundamental components of a class as long as they are appropriate and strategically integrated to facilitate learning for the integration of technology in a lesson, ma'am. It is an informed judgment of a qualified and innovative teacher.
Excellent!
What is blog? One interesting tool to explore is the blog. It is a web page that you need to create and where you can write and post your ideas. These are updated on a regular basis, which can inspire or educate those who read it. It is an online journal that allows you to share with the world what you think or feel. There are many kinds of blog, and the type will depend on the purpose for which it was created. Quality of content is crucial in making your blog attractive to readers. Blogging provides benefits, and one of which is it allows you to improve your writing skills. Blogs make it easy to share images, video, and other types of media files, giving you complete freedom of creative expression. Blogs are for everyone and people of all ages. Share on blogs every day for school, work, and play. But no matter what you want to do, blogging is a great way to connect with other people and get your ideas out there. So what are you waiting for? Get in on the fun and start blogging today. Welcome to Padlet. Padlet is another tool that can be accessed online and suited for sharing information or content and can allow engagement of students. Although it can be used for business, but with creativity, it can be appropriate for educational purposes. One important step to select a tool is to study it and its functions. Identify which one will work for your class while having in mind the main purpose why you are teaching the lesson. As a result, your students become more engaged than ever before. Explore the tool and study its features when you get the chance to be online. Once you are ready, you can share your Padlet easily in many ways, such as inviting members, copying the link, or using QR code. We hope you enjoy using Padlet.
Now, in determining a lesson, always remember that it is not about the technology tool upon which the lesson revolves. Rather, it has to be the objective of the lesson and the knowledge and skills to be taught that will guide you in selecting the appropriate tool or aid in order to achieve those objectives. So, there are 4 steps that may be a good guide. So, step number 1, identify learning objectives based on a topic or content. So, in step number 1, first, determine if the objectives are observable or can be manifested by the learner. So, second, consider the topic or subject matter that needs to be covered in the lesson. So, in step number 2, determine the knowledge and skills. First, analyze the student's knowledge and skills. Second, determine how students will be able to learn the knowledge and skills. Third, look for resources that can be useful in achieving the objectives. So in step number 3, select a tool or an instructional aid to use. So first, be familiar with the tool you have selected and learn how to use it. Second, consider the content that needs to be placed in the tool or the information that goes with the use of the tool. Lastly, in step number 4, determine the method of assessment. So, the first one is use a criteria to evaluate the technology tool or instructional aid, but always considering the content as the most important criterion. So, second, consider the quality of information. Since the technological tools needed by the students or how you can present the technology tool that would suit your objectives. I remember that I gave you a research activity last meeting about a sample lesson plan that employs the use of a mobile device. Can you please discuss about your research? Yes, Ms. Labang?
Based on my research, ma'am, there are 4 steps, and I have a sample here entitled A Sample Plan Making Use of a Mobile Device. Performance outcomes. Learners must be able to first identify the plot of a given fiction, for example, in literature. Second, write a summary of one section of the plot or any of the beginning, middle, or end. Third, create a script to enact one section of the plot. Fourth, use a mobile device to document the section of the plot and which has to be uploaded for the class to review. So there are 3 steps. First is to prepare the things that are needed in setting up the classroom. First, a literary material from a book. Second, mobile device with a camera. Third, internet access, for example, beyond class hours or at home if there is no internet connectivity in school. Fourth, mobile devices have to be charged. And fifth, teacher needs to ensure that a platform, for example, a site, a blog, or a wiki has been set up where learners can upload their own material. The second step, plan and push the instructional flow. First, after finishing a particular fiction, literature such as a short story or a particular text, discuss with learners the elements of a plot, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. Second, divide the class into smaller groups, assigning each team to work on the plot of the story in any of the beginning, middle, or end. Third, each team will write a short script that summarizes the portion of the plot assigned to them. And fourth, then they will act out a scene and make use of their mobile device to record their final play. And fifth, the recording will then be uploaded to the class site or in Google site or class wiki for the rest of the big class to view and comment. And the last step, provide plausible possibilities. First, the written script of a scene can be acted out like in a radio play using the audio recording features or feature of their mobile device like in a podcast. This can also be uploaded in the class site. And lastly, as a team, create a different ending or inject a different twist in the story. The team can select the best plausible twist. So that's all that I have researched, ma'am.
Very well said. In this lesson entitled Models of Technology Enhance Instructional Lessons, as future educator, the effective use of digital learning tools in classrooms can increase student engagement, helps teachers improve their lesson plans, and facilitate personalized learning. It also helps students build their essential 21st century skills. Since education technology can help students by making learning more engaging and collaborative. Rather than memorizing facts, students learn by doing and through critical thinking. I look forward to our next meeting. Goodbye, class!
Goodbye, ma'am, and thank you.